see here. All right, let's see if we have successfully gone live. Yeah, view channel. Go to live stream. So yeah, looks like we're coming through on Mixer. Let me listen to my audio real quick, make sure it's happening. Yeah, view channel. Go to live stream. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if there's any problems. Looks like I'm live on Twitch. Looks like I'm live on that other thing, YouTube. So, okay, we're good. Hey there, everybody. Hey, Ouchie. And, yeah, Zero Sum is trying to mess with me, trying to convince me that I'm not actually live. Jack Waplington has reassured me I'm live. Did I just hear I thought I just heard something weird. No, I think everything's fine. Today we've got ScarProof as our guest. He's going to join us. And, yeah, I keep hearing things like, okay, everything's muted, right? Mute, mute, mute. Yeah, weird. I just keep hearing weird little audio hiccups. Maybe it's coming from the game or something. I don't know. Yeah, hey, Mavthrika. And, I know. I'm probably hearing a little tiny bit of chat coming through ScarProof's mic. That's what it is. So ScarProof is taking a quick break before the thing that we're doing, the stream. But he'll be back in a sec. Brant is going to be joining me in a sec. Right now, we're just getting people together, gathering this stuff. Mavthrika, you said, when you say you're not hearing anything here, you mean you're not hearing anything weird? Or you're just not hearing anything? Because if you're not hearing anything, that's a problem. Oh, look, Brant got here. ScarProof's taking a quick break, but he'll be back in a sec. Feel free to take your seat. Can you get past me? No, go around. Go around the other way. I'm too big. And I'm just taking up all the space over here. So right now, we've got ScarProof in a safe place. Let me invert the controller back for you. Let me show you where ScarProof is. So when ScarProof needs to go take a break, he's like, I'll just put myself in a safe place right up there.
How'd you get up there?
I think he brought a car over and used it as a stair step. So here, you deal with these zombies.
Okay.
I'll let you handle that.
You gotta make sure it's dead.
You gotta make sure it's dead. I feel like...
What, headset am I using? So
Oh, yeah, sorry, you can't here, use that. Want me to put this delicately over your ears?
No, I'll get it in a second.
Oh, okay, fine. I feel I need to move this camera that you're on over a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna grab the transform, copy the transform of that one, apply it to this one. Boom, we're over here. And then let me stick mine back in the other side. Actually, oh wait, I don't even know how to do that. Hold on. You guys get to see the creativity in action.
Oh my god. All I wanted to do was get rid of the ones out. Oh, okay,
See
forget
here.
it.
Nope, that's not right. Nope. No, that's not enough. There? No. How do I... Oh, getting close, getting close. Nope, too far, too far. That? No, no. Nope, like that. That looks like it's about right. Move it up a little bit. There we go. That's not quite right. Mavthrika says he feels bad for you when you have to play Nightmare because it doesn't look like you enjoy it. Careful with that gun, by the way. That was a gift. It's kind of a loaner from ScarProof. He expects it back by the end of the the stream.
Well, he shouldn't have given it to us then.
I feel like, yeah, I need to move my camera over just slightly because if I bring ScarProof in, boom! I guess he covers me up pretty good. So I'm just sticking my face on here temporarily until ScarProof shows up. I wonder if there's...
Close.
That better?
Close.
No. That might be a little closer. No, that wasn't as good.
Why aren't my people out here helping me either? That's why I don't play this mode. Because I don't like it. I'm terrible
Magic
at
Man
it.
says we should pawn that gun. We should just go and sell it for influence right now while ScarProof's away.
So yeah, not exactly going well.
Monster doesn't seem to think things are going well.
Preppers AK.
Yeah, he
Okay.
says this is his only backup preppers. So, you know, we better not
Why
lose
did
it
he
if we
give
can
it
help
to us?
I don't know. There you go. That's where you go. All right. Let's see. So, okay. So, big plans today. It's still 1:48, so it's going to be another 12 minutes or so before we get started. ScarProof is going to join us in here. He is an expert State of Decay player and streamer. You can see him not only in his own channel, but all over other people's channels. He's really a big part of our community. And so he's going to be giving us some advice on how to get our new community started, because we've just barely begun a new Nightmare Mode community. This is actually this is a new account that I've just started for the stream. So we're going to be getting all of our achievements again for the first time. We're going to be building our boons for the first time. Everything's happening for the first time. So ScarProof's going to give us a hand with that. Looks like ScarProof is broadcasting on his channel too. So that'll be fun. And
I am back.
hey, ScarProof.
Is that okay?
Hey, Scar.
You can hear him all right, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hi, Brant.
So
Good.
Brand is now at the wheel. Are you able to see the stream? Can you tell what's going on the screen there, ScarProof?
Yep,
Okay,
I sure
cool.
can. I'm watching the stream, broadcasting and playing with you.
So we've got, we're going to do another community spotlight at the end of the stream today. We're also going to be giving away water
Awesome.
bottles. So yes, we've got 5 videos and a couple of still images for our community spotlight. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Got bottles to give away with a quiz. So there's a lot happening. So please stick around for the whole stream, guys. Those of you who've joined us already. And so the main reason I wanted to make sure ScarProof could see the stream was because he's going to be completely lost if we start doing community spotlight stuff, watching videos over here, and he's not up on the stream. So looks like we'll all be able to enjoy it together, especially if you're watching it on Mixer, because it's got less latency. So you'll be able to be almost in sync with us. But yeah, we got ScarProof on here to help give us some advice, because he is an expert at playing this game, much more so than we are.
Yeah.
We're experts in, you know.
I could never hope
Making
to
the game?
play this game at the level that Scar plays it at.
We're pretty good at making the game. We're pretty good at breaking the game. But ScarProof is good at playing the game, so that's why he's here.
Well, how much influence do you have, Brant?
I mean, in real life, because it's probably way less than the 2,140 I have right now.
Oh, by the way,
Oh, okay, so you
Oh.
can actually. Sorry. I was
No,
gonna
no,
say
go ahead.
You can call in. You can look for survivors. That's usually a great way to start. You want to wait
Yeah.
until the stream officially
Wait,
starts and. use
yeah,
that.
wait
I'm
till
not-
the stream
I'm not
officially
gonna
starts.
do it.
Let's
I just
do
wanted
the-
to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make sure
Yeah, no
we'll make
problem.
sure we do all the good advice on the air. So
Solid.
we're gonna
Okay.
have not only Megan and Wonder moderating our chat, we've also got Joe Swarner helping out. So some of you know him as Undead Jawa. He's gonna be in there too. So we got a lot of folks. I don't know where each person is gonna be moderating, but watch yourselves, chat, because we got people.
Yeah, we actually have people to
people
police
watching you.
this channel now. They're all over you hooligans.
Full boat
That's right.
of banhammers.
So we should make a weapon called the Banhammer.
Done.
And just have
Nerf hammer.
have it despawn zombies that it hits.
That's right.
Just have it play a little, have them freeze, have it play a little loading thing in front of them, and then they disappear.
Sure.
That'll make our game really
Like
a lot more
magic.
realistic.
You're probably right. I did mistake my prestige for influence. Let's actually see what I have.
Oh, 791.
791. That's
Still enough, right?
it's still enough to
Plenty,
do.
yeah, that's plenty.
It's still
It's
enough to do a little
150
bit,
to call in.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. I often mistake. My bank account does the same thing. Like I look at how much I owe versus how much I have, and okay.
So Bjorn and Sata Brat want to know if we're planning on adding new maps to the game. So we have already announced that there is going to be an experience upcoming that takes you back to Trumbull Valley, the map of the original State of Decay. It's a new experience. It's not exactly like what you've been playing before. So it'll be fun to see what you guys think of that. And then as far as the future goes, who knows? We've got a lot of possibilities open to us, and we're going to keep supporting this game for a long time. In fact, our guest next week is Aaron Anderson, who is a new producer we've just hired for State of Decay 2. And one way to tell that a studio is planning on supporting their game long term is if they're still hiring people to work on the game. If you're planning on letting a game die, you just sort of stop hiring people for it. But we've still got new people joining the team. We're still doing a lot of work on this. So even if it takes us a while to do some of the big ideas that we have, we've still got plenty of room to do them.
I like this place.
So when do we want to start this? Oh,
We still got another 7 minutes.
got
Yeah.
lots
So
of
I
time.
mean, you guys go ahead and just if you want to earn some more influence, get in some trouble, whatever, we can join this anytime.
I'm just trying to get stuff because we don't have anything back at the base.
And
I
so,
was-
yeah,
Are you
practically
still,
anything is valuable.
I
at
was
this
kind of hoping Scar would just show up with like 55 rucksacks full of awesome stuff.
point. He did give us that gun. I'm not going to complain.
that I didn't give.
Well,
This is a loan.
if you asked, I would have.
I
Look,
know,
I already
that-
found a rucksack for you.
I'm just kidding. I know you would have shown up with you. Your mom would have pulled up. All of your cousins would have shown up in pickup trucks and dropped off everything we'd ever need to survive the apocalypse.
Absolutely. I got plenty of friends that would love to
That's
jump in
right.
and just start dropping rucksacks all over the place.
I'm just
Community.
That's right. That's the very soul of State of Decay.
So Dean Luxton,
Exactly.
or good old Dino, wants to know if we're ever going to be able to siphon gas from cars. That's on the list. It's I don't know who it was who suggested it originally, but that did make it to the list. But there's no promises about when things on the list might happen.
Yeah.
So it's sitting there. It's a thing we might consider doing, but it's on the list with a lot of other stuff. And I know that there's some really high priority things people have been asking for. So we'll see where that lines up. But I'd love to do it. I mean, it does make a lot of sense. It's kind of like right now we allow you finally to unload rounds from your magazine if you've got a gun that's got you're not planning on using the gun, but you'd love to use the bullets. You can do that now, and so it thematically kind of makes sense to be able to do that with a car too. But solving it for a car is a completely different thing from solving it for a gun. So it would be a completely different feature. But we're interested.
That would be the ultimate way that your friends could troll you too.
Is siphon all the gas out of your
running,
car.
running around and siphoning all the gas out of all the cars.
Well, unless we made it a facility action, like you have to park the car at your base and get the gas out that way,
That would be smart.
then basically we could just make it exclusive to the host, and then that would probably solve it. Because you're right, that's exactly what people would do. They just run around run around the map, taking all the gas out of all the cars, filling up their inventory, and running away.
All right, so we need materials.
Exorkai, we have picked up on the fact that server stability has been a big problem recently, and we're trying to zero in on the cause. That is one of our top priority things right now, though, is trying to solve that, because we know that people have been suffering a lot more dropout than they used to, and figuring out why and trying to solve it is right at the top of our list.
Let's drive up to, let's see. Oh, we're on, what map is this?
Cascade,
Cascade
Hills.
Hills.
Okay.
Says it right down at the bottom of the
Let me,
screen.
if we're going to drive, let me repair that truck because I can't ride in that thing.
What's wrong with my truck, dude?
Oh, hey, I forgot
I
to
won't
stick.
I won't be caught dead
You
in that
won't be
thing.
caught dead in there and out in the
Well,
world.
technically, we probably would be caught dead. Look, it's got 455 AC. That's 4 doors missing at 55 miles an hour.
And your point? I
So-
think that's a selling
It's
point.
cool.
When ScarProof came
It's
back,
cool in there.
I forgot to stick his face on the screen, so now we've got him up there. So if you guys
You
want to
got
know,
some ammo in the back too, Brant.
Well, I like to carry ammo.
If you guys want to know who that is, whose voice you're hearing, go check out twitch.tv/ScarProof after this is over. Follow him. He streams State of Decay pretty often. He shows up on other people's streams pretty often.
I guess I'll put it away.
He's a pretty popular member of our community, so if you keep track of that guy, you'll get a lot of good State of Decay 2 experiences. It's got a bloink sound. Rux in trucks. Nice. So yeah, so we started a new profile, so we're going to get all of our baseline achievements for the first time again. 3 minutes until the proper stream starts. Looks like we've had Restream die on us, so we haven't been seeing new chat. Sorry, chat. Restream, they posted a little notification telling us that they were sorry that the people have been having chat drop out for a while.
Look at this.
They're planning on fixing it soon. I hope so. Oh, hello. Zombies.
Why am I so bad at this game?
Well, this is why we got friends.
This is why
I leave one for Brant.
I never ever want to play by myself ever again.
Awesome Twitch Dude, what are you doing in our game files? Awesome Twitch Dude wants to know why our voices all have low, medium, and high versions. Basically, all of our voices, we have the ability just in code to pitch up and pitch down the voices of our characters. And so a character will get assigned not just a voice, but also a pitch for that voice, so that you can have two people, oh, hello, Juggernaut. So you can have two people with the same voice actor playing them, with just enough of a slight difference that you can tell who's talking. That's the goal, anyway.
He's so angry.
Aberdini says, you're pretty good at the game, Brant. You need to give yourself some more credit.
Abra wants
Brant,
something
you are
from
good.
me if she's being nice. What did I forget, Abra?
Ow.
Oh, yes. I'm sure he's really scared of me with my,
His little tiny knife.
my little chef's knife.
We got 2 minutes until we start officially.
I'm trying to kite him away from the red mist.
Yeah, so you don't end up getting red
Look
misted
at-
while you're
here's-
taking him down.
Here's a fun fact. If you beat a Juggernaut to death, you get double influence.
Is that... Oh! I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I like it.
It's
We
not,
won't
but it's
fix
worth it. No,
Yeah, I saw
please
the
don't.
two doses pop up on the screen. Wow, that's interesting.
So many people die from trying to fight those things melee.
So, yeah, we should probably track down another weapon for you at some point.
I'm looking.
1 minute, and then we're gonna get this party started.
Oh, the party started.
It's
Scar, your Twitch TV, Avi, what is that from?
My
The
I don't know.
eyeballs?
It's just an artist that I found.
I think it might be Hugh
that's
Jackman.
Logan.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that is Logan. That's not Wolverine. That's Logan when he's old and beat up.
Well, I identify
That's
with
seasoned. He is seasoned.
okay. You guys ready to start the stream proper?
that. Yep.
Okay, we'll just be quiet for a
Ready.
second, and we'll do the logos, and we'll get into it. So see you guys on the other side of that. Hello, survivors. Welcome to the State of Decay 2 stream. I'm your host, Jeffrey Card, and right here with me, I got some Brant. This is Brant Fitzgerald.
Hi.
He's a little distracted because we're actually playing State of Decay 2 right now.
I'm trying to actually make myself look good in playing with ScarProof.
Yeah, so ScarProof is on the radio with us. Hey there, ScarProof.
Hello.
There's a little bit of an audio delay, so, but we're going to try to communicate as best we can. But ScarProof is here because he is one of our favorite streamers. He is an expert at playing State of Decay 2. You can see him at his own channel at the URL that you see up there. You can also see him on a lot of other community members' channels. He's really popular out there because he really knows what he's doing. And so we've just started a brand new profile. In fact, let's see the game here. We've just started a brand new profile. We've got a brand new community. Don't have a lot going for us, and so we brought ScarProof in here to help us figure out how to get set up and get moving. Before we get started with that, though, we've got a lot of stuff planned for the stream. So we're also going to do a community spotlight at the end of the stream, and we're going to be doing a giveaway of water bottles. So if you're here now, stick around to the end because you want a shot at one of these suckers. They're not making these anymore, so they're slowly running out. You want to get a crack at these guys. But we're also, we're doing community spotlights now on the stream, so it means if people have posted their funny videos or weird, skill shots or mostly vehicle bugs, we grab those videos, we show them at the end of the stream, so we'll be doing that. And, looks like because we got a new profile, we're earning achievements, we're having the full new game experience, so, anyway, you know what, I was about to ask ScarProof some questions, but it looks like you guys are a little busy.
Wow.
Oh, you can ask a question.
Did anyone else see that?
Did anyone else see that? It's nice.
I knocked that guy down, and Scar killed him while he was flying through the air.
Whoa! Nice little helmet move there. All right, so ScarProof, we've got the very beginning of a community here in Nightmare mode, and we want to get all the way to a boon. We'd like to be able to unlock something. And so actually, I think probably the first question is, what boon should we be targeting first?
Definitely Builder. I would prefer Builder due to the free water and power. Once you unlock the boon at any base that you get, that it opens up a lot when it comes to your base building and your what you can build in the base, because you no longer have to worry about using outposts up to get electricity outposts or water outposts.
And electricity and water, they affect a lot of different facilities, right? So it's like, once you get that,
Yes,
it opens up a lot of doors.
They really do. Yes, they really do.
What's the order? I think that if you were starting from scratch, what's the order in which you'd get the 4 boons?
I would do Builder, and then I would do Trader, and then I would do Sheriff and Warlord.
Warlord's last. What's the reasoning
Well, I mean,
there?
if you Warlord's great because it gives you lots of weapons and stuff. I mean, some people might say it a little different. Some people might try to do Warlord first if they're just going to try to breeze through as fast as possible and unlock the boon.
Mm-hmm.
But I play a little differently. I like to build communities and just try to stay in a community for as long as I possibly can. So it's a little kind of backwards. You know what I mean?
But I can see that.
Most people would take Warlord.
Yeah.
If they're trying to go through, because all the weapons and the grenades and stuff, which makes it a lot easier to take out Plague Hearts quickly.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So like if if you're planning on spending a long time in the map anyway, you might as well take your time with the Plague Hearts, take your time building up your arsenal. But if you want to blast through real quick, then Warlord will kind of give you a leg up.
Absolutely.
So, Scar, were you suggesting that I use my influence to find? To do what?
To find Survivor. That way you can start recruiting early. You know, you call in, find a Survivor. They'll contact you. You go to them. You say hello, and then they'll call you with another mission. You do that mission for them, and they'll be allied to where you can actually recruit one of them. And the faster you can do this, the more people you can recruit to get yourself into a bigger base to where you can build up your community. And just make them to where they can survive a little bit better.
So because
start building stuff like a fighting gym and shooting range, stuff like that.
So because it takes some
Garden.
time to build up that relationship and recruit the person, you want to start with your recruits as early as you possibly can.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like between you going and talking to them to do their missions, you want to be looting as much as possible to keep your base where it needs to be stable. Before you start running out of food, or you start running out of medicine, and your people start getting in bad moods, maybe possibly even leaving.
That would be horrifying in nightmare mode.
Absolutely. Yep.
You have to pay a lot more attention to your morale and stuff like that in nightmare mode than you have to do in the regular game.
Yep.
So what's your favorite Survivor loadout? Like, do you have like a particular set of skills or set of weapons that you usually try to stack onto a character that's like your favorite?
Yeah, all of my Survivors are exactly the same, because I mean, I've played this game so much, I've learned that these 4 skills, which would be backpacking, discipline, endurance, and gunslinger, all feed off of each other.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Tell me about that.
Yeah, the backpacking backpacking and endurance allows for a high stamina, high health. As where gunslinging, when you utilize your gunslinging and the aim snap, which is great against ferals and packs of zombies, takes stamina, and that's where backpacking and discipline come in, because backpacking gives you a huge boost to stamina, max plus 61 stamina, and discipline is the only wit skill that lets your stamina continue to increase when you choose it as your second level skill.
Okay, so you should double up on the stamina and then spend it on your aim snap.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Exactly, and that'll get you out a lot of hairy situations too, having that huge stamina bar and the ability to aim snap a bunch of times if you're fighting a horde or something. And I mean, huge stamina, that also helps in melee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So
we had a question come in. Henry Miller asks us, is there any way to craft strong stimulants at the base? I'm trying to remember now. That's not my area. Do you know offhand, ScarProof, if there's a way to do that?
not yet.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that we let you get up to the middle tier.
Yeah, right now what I like to call the end game would be crafting energy drinks.
Gotcha.
Because once you use an energy drink, they give you that continuous use energy. I mean, what's the one from the Zed Hunter? This Zedrenaline's not too shabby either. Zedrenaline works pretty good.
So that you think that would actually probably count as a really high end stimulant that you actually can craft if you get the right Zed Hunter equipment?
Yeah, it's pretty good, but then again, you got to realize that it is going to give you a percentage of blood plague, and I mean, if you want to use a couple of them while you're out in the field, odds are you better take a plague cure with you because it might give you blood plague.
That's true. Like in standard, you maybe wouldn't worry about it as much, but if you're playing on nightmare mode, maybe Zedrenaline's a little bit too much of a risk.
All right, let's drive down and see if this new person will like us.
Sounds good.
Huh.
All right, I was just checking to see how my weapon's doing. Yep, pretty good. All right.
So Darkchild80 had a question. I think they were asking the rest of the chat, but it's an interesting sort of food for thought question. They asked, if you guys could choose one more skill from the main skills, cardio, wits, melee, or ranged, what would that skill be? Not a hybrid, but a new skill. Like is there a completely new skill that is not in the game?
Helicopter pilot.
that falls into cardio, wits, melee, or ranged.
Oh.
That you wish was in there. ScarProof, do you have one that's in mind?
Actually, I can't really think of one right now.
I think
so.
Off the top of my head, I would say I would love it if we at some point got the opportunity to put a heavy melee back into the game. But if we did that, I don't think we'd end up putting it on a new skill. We'd probably just slap it onto Powerhouse. So, whatever advantages you'd get from swinging a sledgehammer, we'd probably stick it on Powerhouse. So I can't actually. I mean, we tried really hard to. What are you doing? Okay.
I was trying to park in there.
We tried really hard to kind of hit all of the grab a broad swath of different skills from the range of possibilities, and we covered so much territory. It actually was hard to come up with additional skills in that category. That's one reason why most of what we did was with the Red Talon skills, just hybridize them and stuff. You might in a future update, or maybe a future some kind of thing for State of Decay 2. There might be a couple of new little variant skills that you guys might enjoy that we've been working on in the background, but can't really say much more about those.
I got one.
Oh, well, yeah?
How about the ability to throw knives or hatchets?
Oh, interesting. Like maybe clones of whatever your close combat weapon is, or if we just or maybe if we added thrown weapons that were actually you throw them, like you said, like a blade or something. That's rather than just hitting
a zombie in the eye socket with a knife from 20 feet
would be amazing, and you would feel like such a badass.
Okay, you would.
That's why it's a skill, Brant.
It's a skill, exactly.
Yep.
So that would be interesting. So yeah, I could see us, adding something like that to the game, and then a skill to support it. Though we'd have to. one thing that's interesting about so far all of our range skills, we do have a particular kind of gun in mind. Usually when we're thinking about like the sharpshooter skill, we think, oh, maybe you'll have a sniper rifle with this. But technically, the advantage that it gives you applies to a broad range. Like you can use the advantage that you get from assault or the advantage you get from gunslinger with any gun. It's just better with certain guns. And so we would want to come up with a way to, let's say if you had like a hatchet throwing type skill, maybe would want to also, whatever advantage it gives you, apply it to grenades too, apply it to as many different things as we could, just kind of spread it around. So if your character doesn't have the right equipment, their skill isn't sitting there being useless.
All right, I'm at the truck, Scar.
So
Okay.
Henry Miller had another question. He wanted a quick reminder of what your ideal setup was again, ScarProof, if you don't mind repeating it.
Backpacking, discipline, endurance, and gunslinging.
Backpacking and discipline, those are all about stamina. Endurance is all about health, and then
Yep.
gunslinging spends the stamina to snap aim.
Correct.
Cool. So yeah, so you remember that, Henry. And by the way, I got to thank Megan
then-
Bishop and Joe Swarner are moderating our chats right now, and we're gonna miss a lot of the questions, but they're grabbing a lot of the big questions and funneling them to me on Slack so that I can make sure not to miss them. So appreciate those guys. Say nice things about them in the chat.
Yeah, except Joe.
Joe is also known as Undead Jawa. He's really active in our Discord, and he's the guy who gets your messages if you send them to support.stateofdecay.com, which I should slap that link up there. If anybody out there is having serious bug problems or something is making it so that you can't play the game or can't play the game as well as you'd like, because of technical issues, that sort of thing, definitely contact Joe at support.stateofdecay.com. He reads all of your comments. He sends them, he gathers information, sends stuff to us, lets us know when there's a big problem in the game, and so definitely take advantage of that.
Okay, I just gave them a portable generator. That's, by the way, that guy right there that I'm talking to is, I just bought pizza from him half an hour ago.
Yeah, so that the guy who runs the local pizza
That's
joint,
awesome.
we invited him in to get his face scanned because we love him so much.
Mike the pizza guy.
He is great, and so yeah, so he actually when we remember when we did some of our early streams before release, I think somebody saw his face and there was a big hubbub on Twitter about how handsome he was.
Oh, yeah.
He thought that was hilarious.
Oh, he loved that. He was like, oh, yes, of course, everybody think I'm handsome.
So Blaze Experience wants to know if there's a way to recruit from the survivor pool in the works. We can't comment on that. That's a potential new feature that we don't want to commit to something until we know it works. But it's definitely high on our list. It's a thing that Joe in particular has really paid attention to the number of
Wait a
people
minute.
who have been talking about wanting to be able to recruit from their legacy pool.
What am I doing here?
So you don't just have 3 characters from your legacy pool you can bring in at the beginning of the game, but as many as you want. That's been a really popular request. He actually wrote up a whole design for how we could do it. So it's sitting there at the top of our list. We just got to figure out the right occasion and the right people to get it done. So can't make any promises about when or how it could show up, but we've heard you.
Okay, I'm not even going to question. I'm just going to recruit this guy because he's a healer.
That's a good plan.
Cool.
You are recruiting Hal. That's it for the happy campers.
I dropped a rucksack for you, Brant.
I see that. Thank you.
Wow, see, this is what happens when you just
Nice.
complain a lot.
No, I mean, this is why Scar, I do want you to know that you will forever have to show up and play because I don't want to do this by myself anymore.
Hey, anytime you need a hand, bud, you know I'm on.
Okay.
You know?
So Tony Tang wants to know, is there a chance for regular survivors to learn Red Talon skills? I would say no, not right now. I mean, maybe in the future there'd be some reason for us to do it, but right now that sort of is the thing that makes Red Talon characters special. It's the only thing that makes them stand out. And so I think we got to keep that exclusive to those guys. But those are some pretty cool skills, though, huh? I mean, they're almost powerful to the point of being boring, really.
Scar is sitting there wondering what the F I'm doing right now.
Christopher Lloyd popped in my head saying, where we are going, we don't need roads. And then you turned around.
And to find the road, yeah, because that's the responsible
Yeah.
thing to do in Nightmare.
Chris Hope wants to know, will classic outfits like police or SWAT uniforms return? So we had, there was a police character in the original State of Decay, and there were zombies that would show up in SWAT uniforms. And we've definitely heard people's interest in that. Firefighters are another request that people have made before that we've got noted down. So we've been keeping sort of a little bit of an informal list of some of the favorite outfits that people wish were in the game, so that when whenever we get the opportunity to expand the range of possibilities, we know what folks are interested in. And so it's interesting that like public servants tend to be the folks that people want the most. We don't get a lot of requests for new weirdo hoodies and things like that, though people seem to like them when they're in the game. When people want to make a request, they usually want something that represents some kind of, a career, a personal sacrifice, a sense of heroism. There's a lot that comes with these outfits, and I think it's kind of interesting and cool that's what our audience tends to zero in on, rather than can I dress like a bear?
Well, they can already dress as a squid, as a shark,
a donkey,
Zebra,
a unicorn. We've got most of the animals covered.
Yeah, all of the real animals, like unicorns.
Rabbits. Can't forget the rabbits.
Unicorns technically
Bunnies.
are real because they were born out of from narwhals, and narwhals are real.
Well, that makes sense.
So are unicorns.
So I'd heard a rumor that unicorns might have actually been based on I forgot, some kind of ungulate from Africa, and so when I was working on Deer Hunter 2014, I made a boss battle, designed a boss battle that was one of those with one of its horns missing, and it was called the unicorn. So you get to hunt a unicorn in Deer Hunter 2014. Go check it out. It's on iOS.
Don't ever say that unicorns didn't come from narwhals.
Okay. I will not say that.
Don't ever say that around me.
I'll be thinking it very loudly.
That's fine. You can do that. As long as you actually don't say it, I'm good. Scar, you dropped some stuff on the ground. I assumed you were giving it to me out of the goodness of your heart.
Yeah, that's for you. I do that. See, don't feel special because I do that for everybody I play with. Not that you're not special.
So Rambler
that's
Gaming
usually
wants
how
to know, why can't you recruit an entire enclave instead of only one? It's more of like it's kind of a technical thing, sort of. It's kind of a logical problem. Basically, we've got a cap on the number of people you can have in your community, and we actually only allow one mission at a time out there in the world that offers you the chance to recruit a character, because if we let too many get out there at once, you expect to be able to recruit all of them, and you could get over the cap that way. Or if we just suddenly stopped letting you recruit characters for no apparent reason because you hit the cap, that would also feel weird. And so basically, we sort of made a rule, okay, each mission or each enclave can only let you recruit one character, and then we can have a number of those show up that give you enough characters to reach the cap. It was easier for us to do the logic and the math to keep you from going over the cap if you could only recruit one at a time. Now, that doesn't mean that was the best solution. It was the one that we could make work at the time when we were implementing it. We've got some thoughts, though, about ways that we might be able to approach it that I don't know. There's other ways we could imagine ourselves doing it, but there's so much in the game now that's built up around that set of rules that it's hard to just go in and make a change without possibly disrupting a lot of things and breaking a lot of things.
That was a really long answer.
That was, you're right.
Scar.
Can I? Yes.
I'm about to build in this very limited, I only got one extra slot to work with. What would you build in this? I've got a workshop and a first aid station.
Garden.
Okay.
That way, why a garden? That way you're still going to be losing food per day, but you're not going to be losing as much.
Right.
So you're not going to be spending as much time having to go out and just look for food rucksacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yep.
the more time you spend looking for stuff that you're going to eat, the less time you get to spend looking for stuff that's permanent, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. It's just you gotta try to get yourself as self-sufficient as quickly as possible.
So ScarProof.
That way you're not just looking for rucksacks.
Joe and Blaze want to know. They're aware that Drucker is your favorite map, and they want to know why.
The strip mall. I love the strip mall. The strip mall is it's just so much space, and there's so many things that are already installed that you can utilize. Like it has a kitchen, It has the fighting gym, which gives you plus 20 health right off the bat.
It's got the clinic.
It's got its own bathrooms. Yep, it's got an infirmary built like a I guess it would be technically like a level 3 infirmary.
Yeah,
which there isn't even a level, so.
It was a big one. That was, and also
Yeah.
one of the most problematic base files to work on. Just because.
Was it? I can understand why. It's because it's probably no offense, but to anyone else, but I think it's the best one.
It's huge. It's takes a long time to run around.
It's multi-story.
The fact that the NPCs can get up on top, while cool, was a big pain as well. Because the pathing that it takes for them to get up there often was breaking. It was no fun to debug, but a lot of fun to play.
Yeah. AI pathing is a lot simpler when you've only got 2 dimensions to worry about, and you can't have like overlapping paths going on top of each other in 3D space. Joaquin suggests, could we let Enclave stick around after you recruit one of their members? That is one of the possibilities that we've thought of as a way to open it up a little bit. We'll have to see. That's like I said, making changes to the game when the game already works. Making changes to it is always a little bit scary because there's so many little pieces that depend on the way the game works now, and it's hard to make changes without potentially breaking stuff that you're not even anticipating you're going to break.
Looks like whoever was here last left a bunch of stuff.
So, Scar, are you one of the people who's thinking about doing speed runs in Nightmare?
It's made my day.
I can't right now because I have 3 long-standing communities that I don't have the heart to erase. I have 2 in Nightmare and 1 in Standard, and they're all over 100 days. So, and I mean, when I build a community, it takes me between, I think the least amount of recruiting I've done for community was 200 people.
Wait, what?
Recruiting and exiling.
Until you found the right
to find
set.
the perfect. And yes, until I found the right set. And I mean, I have 2, or one of them has 12 people, and the other 2 have 11 people. So
Wow.
I can't. It took me so much effort to get all these people together in a community that I just don't want to. I don't want to have to erase one to start a speed run.
So if you got the ability, if you got a feature that allowed you to recruit characters from your legacy pool, would that make you feel a little bit more like flexible? Like would you actually say, okay, well maybe I'll complete one of these communities because I could always recruit all those same characters back again if I wanted to?
Absolutely. Absolutely, that would. Yeah, I
Interesting.
finish a
Take some
legacy,
notes.
and then I try to do some speed runs, and then I just go back and recruit all the same people that I had in the community that I deleted to do the speed runs.
That does seem like an argument in favor of prioritizing that. So I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yep.
Painkiller Debbie suggests we should just add more save slots so that to give you a little bit more room.
I got some stuff to drop off here. Can you grab that stuff, Scar?
Sure. Ooh, I closed the door on us.
Oh,
Little role reversal.
yeah, we're not stuck in there with ScarProof. He's stuck in there with us.
Yeah, exactly. It's not safe.
So,
All right. Well, we got some good stuff there.
I couldn't pick up everything because I'm already carrying a
Oh, well, I can,
signal antenna.
I
Nice.
I can pick up some stuff here.
signal antenna.
I got one. Yeah, I picked up a signal antenna somewhere, so I'm gonna drop
Nice.
that for Brant.
Nice.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So,
Yeah.
do you use outposts for bedrooms, or do you use them for? What do you use?
I use them. It's different in every community because I mean sometimes I'll need an outpost. I'll need one outpost for beds, and like right now I think the community that I'm working on I have 2. I'm in Nightmare, so I have 2 hydroponics set up, which
wow.
are both producing food. And at one point I also had another meds hydroponic but I got an enclave that gave me, what is it? The barracks, the overflow barracks, which provides 3 beds. So therefore, that gave me the ability to get rid of the outposts that I had set up for beds, and it also gave me the ability to get rid of my my hydroponics that I set up for medicine, and I changed a couple of my outposts to just bringing in medicine.
Nice.
So it's all there's just a lot of flexibility in how you wanna build it, and enclaves, since the update that came out that boosted the enclaves, man, you guys got some really helpful enclaves now. You got the one enclave that gives 2 beds plus food per day, and then the one that gives 3 beds per day. You got another one that gives 2 ammo per day.
That's
Like
nice.
before I didn't even bother with the enclaves, but since you changed that around, now I utilize as many enclaves as I can.
Jeffrey wanted to point out
Jogging.
that what I'm doing right now is putting things directly into the community supply locker from my backpack, which is a new addition.
Brand
that
new
is
edition, yeah. So
super awesome.
So a couple of updates ago, we added the new enclave benefits. Here we've added transferring stuff into your base straight from your inventory, and we love continuing to support this game. In fact, my favorite thing, even though a lot of the times I can't give people satisfying answers when they say, "Will you add this feature? Can you add that feature?" I love the fact that people in our chat feel like suggesting features is a valuable use of their time, because they know we're actually always trying to add new stuff to the game. So even if I can't always promise things, I love that that's what people are thinking about, and that they're giving us their opinions on it.
We are so lucky that we are able to continue to try to improve this game. It means a lot to us. So just the stuff that Jeffrey's team is doing on the sustainment, it always makes me super. I just run around smiling whenever we get close to release, because then I get to see the patch notes, and then I get to become all excited, because I'm a fan too, right? I don't have insight into all of your meetings and what you guys are planning and what you're able to do, and so it's great excitement for me as well. So.
Well, it's exciting for us too. I mean, the reason
Yeah.
we make this game is because we love this game. So, what were you saying, ScarProof?
I think as a player, and I think I speak for a lot of other players of this game, that we appreciate the fact that you guys listen to us, and you're helping the game evolve by some of our ideas also, because there's not a lot of development communities or developers that will do that in games nowadays. You know what I mean? And it's just great to be able to actually speak to you guys and have our input heard and put into the game. That's just incredible. It's like the community is helping build the game also. You know what I mean? And you guys actually listen, which
Without a
is just
doubt.
phenomenal.
We couldn't do this without our community. We wouldn't be here without this tight-knit community, and we'd be idiots to not at least listen to what you want. We're very careful not to promise everything, but we listen. And there's so many great ideas out there. We're so close to this all the time that sometimes the thing that that makes the difference in whether or not we do something is somebody else's point of view on it. And since we're so close to it, it's great to get somebody who's outside of this office to start thinking about problems and how we approach them. And it lets us see things in a new way, and also often lets us, put stuff in patches that's new.
Yeah, we got this big board where we keep all of the ideas that we'd love to pursue. And whenever we hear an idea from the community, that's new, or that we think, oh, that could actually work, we add it to the board. And even if someone suggests something that we already have on the board, I added a little label to it that says community request, and it bumps it up in priority. So that the top of the board is all community requests, and then the bottom of the board is stuff that we've thought of that we want to do. But we always want to make sure that the stuff that people are actually asking for is the stuff that's near the top of our list. Speaking of listening to people, I've let a bunch of questions go by that let me see if I can actually answer them quickly.
Yes.
It's difficult for me. So if I succeed at this will be like I don't know, a big step forward in my life. So let's see here. Can we bring back calling in community members to finish looting a location? The reason we haven't done that is because one character can only bring one rucksack, and compared to parking a car outside and bringing outside to the car, the difference that it would make to bring just one more person in would not be very much. And so it would be a lot of risk to the character that's moving and not a lot of feedback, not a lot of payoff. And so we haven't bothered to do that because it wouldn't be much of an advantage. That was too long.
We got around it by allowing you to hand a rucksack to a follower.
That's true, which is like, this is, yeah, when Jurgen snuck that feature in, that was amazing, because if you bring the person with you, you totally can load them up, and then you can unload them whenever you want to, and that's great. Kosaki Onodera wants to know, will we ever add a secondary gun option, like a sidearm or a ability to switch weapons quickly? That's one of our favorite suggestions. It's complicated. It involves a lot of different parts of the game all at once. So if we ever get the opportunity to do it, we would love to do it. But it's one of the more expensive popular requests we get, but it is very popular.
And
I figured it out.
When we say expensive, that means that there's a lot of other things on the list that might get pushed aside if we were to dedicate ourselves to accomplishing that.
It takes a lot of different people a lot of time, and each of those people could be doing something else. And so,
anyways,
we have to weigh it against other stuff. ScarProof was going to say something.
Yep, Scar. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Yeah, for the button if you ever add that for the button utilization, use the left trigger to drop the weapon and hold the reload button to quick change weapons.
That's interesting.
Would that be a possible thing?
I was just playing Anthem, and that's how they switch weapons in Anthem, and that seems like a possibility. Another possibility I've been thinking of was maybe the face buttons when you've got the trigger pulled. Currently, they all do kind of different things, and I was thinking of maybe rearranging those so that Y was freed up, so you could hit Y and switch, because that's what you do in Halo, or in some versions of Halo. And so yeah, those are both. I think those are both possibilities. I think the possibility you just suggested, ScarProof, is one that would not require us to move anything else around, so that might end up being the most attractive. I know that when we were checking out Anthem, our UX designer was pretty impressed by that solution of holding the reload button. So. That's a good idea. I'll actually note that down on the card to make sure we remember that when we get around to looking at it again.
I played Anthem for about an hour, and I realized I am not good at battle royale games. I couldn't find a weapon for the
you might be
first,
thinking of
hour.
Apex.
You're thinking Apex.
Oh, Apex. Yes, I'm thinking of Apex. My bad.
They both came out at the same time, and they're both single, like two-syllable words starting with A. So that makes sense. Okay, I've got more stuff to catch up with here, real quick. Will there be a way to change characters' learned traits? Probably not. We really want characters. We want your choices about your characters to feel permanent, for them to feel like real people. And so, the more after they're generated, we give you some abilities to customize them, but we don't want to take it too far, or it feels like they're just blank slates and they're not people anymore.
Wow. Okay. Did I ever just make a massive mistake?
What's happening? Explain what's going on.
I don't play Nightmare because I'm not good. I only play Nightmare when I'm here doing this. My Nightmare community on my regular playthrough is sad and pathetic. And I just spent 1,000 influence to call in the Independence weapons. I have no business spending that kind of influence right now, this early in the... No business doing that.
Because most of what the Independence weapons are going to do is attract the attention of a lot of zombies and not kill them very fast.
Yes. I am...
you can sell them.
I'm a big dummy.
You can always trade them to a trader.
So, Fichima wants to know, is there a reason why characters all fight left-handed? And Ian Yannicka, our animator, who did a lot of that work, says that only swords are left-handed, and it was to share footwork with other weapon types. So I don't understand it to the degree that he does. Maybe we should have him back on here sometime as a guest. He did a great episode back in the day. If you want to scroll back to our old YouTube videos, it's before we started having fancy thumbnails, but if you look for the name Ian Yannicka, he did a great little presentation on how our animation and our combat works. But yeah, like you've always got to, when you're animating something in somebody's arms, you don't think about it when you're not an animator, but that really affects the way that the entire body moves, including their feet. And so it seems like there was a very good reason why having that sword in the left hand made a difference to the way the entire character animated. BDB
You
wants to
gotta
know.
give the 10 percenters
sorry.
their due. The 10 percenters, the left-handed.
Oh yeah, exactly. I kind of like it. I like the idea that that just right-handers were all slaughtered by zombies early on, and the rest of the world is left-handed people.
Personally, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. We've got looks like probably 2 left-handers in my family. My youngest is still sort of figuring it out, but he seems to be doing a lot of stuff with his left hand these days. BDB wants to know what happened to the fatigue-wearing military enclaves. So we didn't have enough military outfits. They were causing errors. We removed them because of the errors, and we've been looking for an opportunity to add more so that we can put them all back. And so that's very near the top of the list because literally every single time we stream, someone asks about it. And it's a different person every time, which makes me think there's a pretty big appetite for getting those outfits
I
back.
think there's a conspiracy.
Either that or it's just a bunch of sock puppet accounts and one person who just desperately wants to have military outfits.
It's ScarProof. We're on to you, Scar.
Wait, what'd I do?
We're so on to you.
There's a plague heart right here, Brant. If you want to attempt that, I'll show you the easy way to take out a plague heart.
Yeah, we're going there right now.
Pull, okay,
Wait.
yeah, pull up, keep pulling up and pull up right next to the, front window where you can get a line
Oh,
of sight and be able
okay.
to stand on the roof of the truck.
Oh, I like how you think.
Whenever you guys
Probably
are done
next
with
to the phone booth up there.
whenever you
Right
guys are done
here?
with what you're doing right here, we should probably
No,
head
keep
back
going.
home so that we can
Wait,
do.
I
Actually,
can-
yeah, right here.
I can see it from.
There we go. Oh yeah,
Perfect.
look at that. Nice. We should do the community spotlight fairly soon. So
Let's
whenever you guys
let's
get done
do
with
the
this.
community spotlight right now while we're not in combat.
Are you sure? No,
Yeah.
I was thinking we would do it
That'll
at the
work.
very end alongside the quiz. So get this done and we'll do it at the very end.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him with this rocket launcher thing.
That's so ridiculous.
It's festive
just-
too.
It's pretty.
So, while you guys are doing that, Mr. Dart's broadcast asks, is there any chance to have a game timeline for future development? So right now, a lot of the stuff we're working on it's got good reasons why we're holding it back and not really talking about it in detail. But one of the folks who makes a lot of these top level decisions about State of Decay 2 has actually set a goal for us
Oh,
to get to
hello.
the point where we've planned things out well enough that we actually
Feral.
can. That we actually can publish a future schedule. We're not there yet, but that is one of our goals. We want to get that done. So yeah, Henry's pushing for that, and the rest of us are on board. What we have to do though is we need to build up our tools and our procedures to get really consistent, so we know absolutely what we can promise at what times. And right now, we're still feeling a lot of that stuff out, and so we're not quite ready to post that kind of thing. But we agreed that would be. I mean, if people actually knew exactly what to look forward to, when to come back to the game to check out new content, I think it would be a boon for us and for you. And so we definitely want to get that done.
Oh my goodness, I forgot all about this.
The loot that you can get out of the play cards.
The clown car of loot.
Check out that vector.
I'm proud of you for knowing the name of that.
I mean, it's got a ridiculous profile. You can't if once you've heard the name vector applied to that, it can't get out of your head. I could not identify most of the more common shaped pistols.
Wow.
Maybe a deagle. I could probably recognize a deagle.
That has a pretty unique silhouette.
Blazing Tomato 80 wants to know why our characters don't wear hats. And so I think that if Susan gets her way in the future, there will probably be hats. Susan Olenek is very, very fond of hats. And whenever we talk about the possibility of future character customization, that kind of thing, she's like, can I put hats on them? Can we please put hats on them? So I don't know. Maybe sometime in the future.
Yeah, we should. If we can possibly pull it off, we should.
But it would probably, it would be kind of a, yeah, we'll just have to see what form it would take. No, again, as always, we can't make promises about these kinds of things.
We're not promising anything. You guys know that.
We're expressing enthusiasm for a feature that we love the idea as much as you do, regardless of what the future plan might be. Metro Train wants to know, how did you plan or design the UX
We got to go
elements?
back, Scar.
Yeah. How did you do the UX elements of your game? Did you go through several UX designs
Oh, wait a minute. I'm
or
gonna
follow a user-centric design approach? This is an IT guy asking his questions, and so they know a lot of industry jargon. So I feel like we should actually get Susan in here to answer some of those questions about UX, because I feel like I'm going to do a bad job.
Yeah,
of
let's
that.
have her back sometime.
People love Susan, so getting her back in here would be a great
I
thing.
love Susan. I'm going to a play with her tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so Susan's awesome. So we'll get her back in here sometime, and she can answer all your UX questions. Sorry, I'm just gonna be compared to her answer. My answer will suck. So I'm just gonna hold off on that
I
one.
agree.
Yeah, no, me too. We're all on the same page here. So
Harsh.
awesome Twitch dude. I should actually say this on the stream. Awesome Twitch dude is asking about when you're generating a new character who and they have some
Whoa.
of the traits that could give you World War II weapons. How come they're not showing up with those weapons? Because on the last stream, I was telling people that was a way they could get the World War II weapons, that they could generate a new character, look for certain traits, and that character had a chance of spawning with a weapon. I forgot when I was saying that we actually override the inventories on those characters. So we're looking into it right now, because the reason we override the inventories on those characters, you are trying to destroy your vehicle, aren't you?
It's fine.
It's okay, we're home.
The reason we override those inventories is because we want the early game experience to feel like there's some real scarcity, to feel like, there's a reason to go scavenging because you didn't already start with all the best weapons in the game.
Damn it.
Nice!
Close.
So it's a complicated balance decision to decide whether or not we should keep overriding the inventories like we always have, or change it up so that you actually can get more stuff. And part of the big question is, how many people start new games with randomly generated characters when they've only been playing a few hours? Like, if you start a new game like that, does that mean that you've just only been playing a couple hours and you just wanted to start a new game for fun? Or do most people only do that when they've already completed a legacy and they're already got a bunch of legacy characters and they've already seen the late game, and so the early game doesn't need to be quite as delicate for them? We need to look at our telemetry and sort of figure out how people are playing. And if it turns out that the only people who start new games with the random character generator are really experienced players, then it might not be a big deal if we just get rid of those overrides. But we'll have to look into it and see, because we don't want to mess up the game for somebody who's brand new and who really needs to sort of get into it step by step and feel that resource pressure early on. And that's such a key part of the experience. We don't want to mess that up for people, so we want to make sure we get it right.
Oh. Look at Scar just leaving all sorts of cool stuff for me.
Chimino's Gaming wants to know, what's the name of the book that inspired the game? I don't think there was one book. I think it was just more like zombie lore overall, right?
Yeah, I mean, this game started. This started when we used to sit and watch zombie movies, and so a lot of it is zombie canon that we have tapped into. I mean, it's as far as movies go, or like books. When I was writing the original design doc, a really big influencer was the Zombie Survival Guide, and then
Max Brooks.
Yeah, Max Brooks, because it was just
I have that book.
yeah, it was
Yeah, me
logical. I mean, if you erase zombies out of that, it's a pretty good survival guide, right? If you just change
it
zombies
is.
to,
Bears.
bears or lemurs or, rabid squirrels, then
Apocalypse?
yeah, I mean it's a pretty good thing. And then Zombieland was sort of the look of Zombieland was a big inspiration. The kinds of people that you met, none of them were, with the exception of, which one was Woody Harrelson's character?
I don't remember.
Tallahassee.
Something like that sounds right.
Tallahassee, yep.
He was kind of the big badass, but they were all, the girls were also badass.
Yeah, but there's sort of like a wry sense of humor, like a kind of a sardonic edge to that movie that feels like it kind of weaved its way a little bit into the game. Like, the game mostly takes things seriously, but the characters, they've gotten used enough to their situation that they start to joke about it. They start to kind of feel comfortable talking about these horrific things in more of a humorous way.
Yeah.
So we should start making some progress towards that community spotlight.
Let's do it.
So while you guys are messing with stuff in there, first off, before we do Community Spotlight, we've got a quiz that we want to do. So we've got this Clio State of Decay water bottle. We've got a bunch of these, and if you want one, you can win it by playing this little quiz. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to ask a question, and people on Twitch and on Mixer and on YouTube who are watching us live can answer the question in the chat. And then Megan and Joe are going to look at like the first 10 or 12 people who get the answer right, and then they're going to randomly choose a winner from each platform. We do that just so that your internet connection doesn't determine whether you're likely to win or not. So here is the question. This is about Content Update 8. So when you demote your leader, what standing level are they reduced to? When you demote your leader, what standing level are they reduced to? So if you guys want to go out there and start answering that question, Megan and Joe are going to keep track of your answers, and we are, in the meantime, going to go do Community Spotlight. So this is a new thing we're doing on our stream. Basically, at the end of every stream, we're going to go through some of the funny videos and pictures that members of our community have posted. Right here, we've got something by Kieran Chayette on Twitter. He posted. Let me see. What was his comment? He said, "Got myself some traveling companions." So he basically shot the legs off. Looks like 6 different armored zombies, and they're just crawling after him real slow, and he's just leading them around like the Pied Piper. Mark Lautenbach, an artist here, said that he calls those guys turtles when they're crawling around on the ground. So we've got several other people who posted things that we wanted to show today. Eat My Balkan posted this video. His comment was, "Hold on, Undead Labs, my back itches." Some kind of animation bug here. I mean, I would love to have an arm that could reach my back as well as this woman's got.
I mean, it is a toxic post-apocalypse, so
who knows, right?
Maybe that's just an adaptation.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool, Eat My Balkan. The next one here, we've got the Awesome Chet. The Awesome Chet wanted to show us something that happened during a game of Damage. So we've got a character who is just rolling and rolling and rolling around on the ground. They look kind of like they're rolling down a hill, only they're just not going anywhere.
And that's a human player.
That actually looks kind of fun.
I wonder what the players.
Yeah, what
does their screen
What's
look
happening
like?
on their screen? Do they feel like are you trying to help them up, or what are you trying to do there?
He was trying to stop them.
It's like they're stuck in an invisible washer. Or dryer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one of our secrets is the invisible washer and dryer routine.
So the next one comes from Juan. Goes by Swanee's War Chief. This one, his comment is, "Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine." Just that's she's moving so fast. It's like creepy, like in a horror movie where the character suddenly moves fast. Like only she's doing it all the time.
She's making sure she gets her cardio in, and she's afraid to go outside at night.
It is.
I understand.
I
do all of my cardio on my couch at night.
Okay, so iDerp20 had one that they wanted to share. See, this is they were seeing a bunch of car physics bugs posted on Twitter, and so they said, this is the one that happened to me. So this was actually a pretty impressive one. So it's not as creepy as the poltergeist we had last week.
On that thing we were talking about.
But the dialogue is great, and just the sheer magnanimity of it is not magnanimity. Magnitude. Boom.
Whoa!
That's terrific.
That is terrific.
That was terrific.
That's absolutely terrific. I can imagine that they're probably just looking at their camera right now like, yup. All right, so thanks for sharing that, iDerp20. And then, so last week we got a video from Sean Armstrong, and we've got another one. This is probably my personal favorite video of the week. We've got rocket boots.
Oh, I love this so much.
Just the part particle effect from the rocket coming
was
out of the
perfect.
feet. The whole, I mean, like, could that go any better?
Oh, I love this so much. He's gonna be fine too. Watch
Yo,
this.
yeah, look at this.
Tuck and roll. Tuck and roll.
So thank you, Sean Armstrong. Sean Armstrong is apparently very good at finding these things, so we really appreciate that.
Oh, Sean, that made my week. Thank you.
And then, so this is kind of an oldie, but our good friend Adam Survives recently kind of reposted on Twitter some pictures of a craft project that he did,
Yep.
which was making some plague samples. That's about the most disgusting craft project I've ever seen in my life.
Guess where that is?
That is in our kitchen
That's
right
in our
now.
kitchen, and I think it's a health code violation just having it in there.
It probably is, so please don't call the police on us. Adam Survives. That thing is amazing.
Adam's always thinking of craft projects to do. He actually gave us the zombie bat too.
Oh,
We have a
right.
zombie bat that's in a nice glass case. He makes all this stuff on his own. He also runs around and finds broken stuff in our game and posts it regularly. Thank you.
So I forgot to stick the hashtag on a text box. But if you want to share these things on Twitter or Instagram and you want to put the hashtag funny survivor stories, hashtag funny survivor stories, do that. Megan will see it and she'll funnel that stuff to us, and we'll try to put that stuff up on the stream every single week from here on out. So anyway, let's see. Looks like we've got some winners for our quiz. This is the best thing to do while they're tabulating the winners for the quiz.
That's right.
So this is how we're gonna do it from now on. This is good. So let's go back here. Okay, so the quiz question was, when you demote your leader, what standing level are they reduced to? And the answer is citizen. So they start out as a hero, right? And you promote them to be a leader, and then when you're done with them being a leader and you demote them, they drop all the way back down to citizen again, which means you got to earn them back up to hero before you can make them a leader. Keeps us from having like a revolving door of leaders.
That's right.
So congratulations. So the folks who are going to win this are on Twitch. Sev Harper is going to get this. So Sev
Yay.
Harper, congratulations. Compy Chompy on Mixer. Compy Chompy
Nice
6.
name. I like that name.
Compy Chompy is going to get this guy. And on YouTube, Dino Luxton. Dino Luxton is going to get this thing. So
Dean Luxton.
Dean Luxton. Sorry, he goes by Dino on Facebook.
Oh,
And
does
so,
he?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So that's why I call him that.
Wait, do you know him?
No, I just see him on Facebook a lot on our Facebook group. So
Is random number generator involved here? Or is it, I'm just.
So, by the way, I love when you lean in like that. It's like you can win your own free brand. Congratulations, you've won brand.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's the booby prize. Anyway, so those of you who won, Megan is going to try to contact you. If she doesn't have a way to contact you, you can contact her at social@undeadlabs.com. So please do that. And congratulations to all you winners. These things are going to get rarer and rarer the more we give them away because they're not making any more. So yeah, enjoy that.
Guests at my house don't even drink out of glass anymore. They just
You've
drink
got
out
so
of
many.
State of Decay bottles.
Yeah, my daughter brings a State of Decay bottle to school so that she can feel cool in front of her
Wait,
friends.
her school lets her?
Oh yeah.
Did
yeah.
you scratch off the shotgun?
Oh, you know what? I think if they saw it, they'd probably make her.
Yeah,
But
they'd probably expel her.
it's subtle though. It's just a bird. It's just a bird.
It's
Pretty
a bird.
Pretty bird.
Most birds walk around carrying shotguns and axes. That's as they're found in nature. What time is it?
It is 2:54, so we got like 6 minutes left.
6 minutes, and we've done our giveaways. We've done the community spotlight.
Yeah. So ScarProof, we're gonna have to carry this community forward. You got any more advice for us? Like what we should be thinking about? What we should be doing?
Upgrade your infirmary and get 2 med posts or 2 materials posts. No, wait, is it meds or materials? What does the infirmary use?
It
As soon as you install
uses
the
meds to
infirmary,
do stuff. Yeah.
So
to
I would do
build it,
that.
I think
That
to
way
build
you're
it, you need materials, but it's meds that it uses day to day. And I don't think we actually have
Yeah, I
any
would
materials
get-
outposts.
2 meds outposts.
Okay,
in
let's
order
see what
to,
kind of
in order
outpost
to
I have
negate the
here.
loss.
So I don't have any med outposts. So in the couple minutes we have left, let's roll down the hill.
Get to that clinic.
And get that clinic.
Fight that juggernaut.
That's
That's a great
always-
plan.
It's always a great idea. To
You can never have enough influence.
Admiral Von Lightning Bolt wants to know if exiled survivors are ever going to come back and attack your base or have some kind of interaction with your community. That is a favorite one. In fact, we've got mission designers who already have some big ideas for what we could do with that. So we'll have to see. We definitely like that idea, though, of characters coming back even after you've exiled them.
For nobody in here.
Site not secure. Did I not? I thought we already. It must have worn off.
So
Oh, he grabbed me.
I haven't been
Oh,
able
you're
to
fighting without me? I mean, not that.
go right ahead. Take it.
Not that.
Oh wow, yeah, he is totally fighting without you. Awesome Twitch dude says that he thinks our stream should be 2 hours long in the future. I already spend so much of my day getting ready for the
Farrell.
stream.
Oh, did you
Nicely
see that?
done. Whoa.
Did you see that? It's like I'm ScarProof.
You got him?
Nicely done, both of you.
Juggernaut down.
Double influence and everything.
Fuck, that one's getting back up.
And then he lays waste. He
All
lets me
quiet.
fight my little fight over here, right? He's like, "Oh, that's cute," and then he dispatches the jug and the entire blood horde. This is the difference in skill
Hey.
levels here.
Even Mario left a coin here and there for Luigi.
I think we should give him a Luigi stare.
Oh, just for that, you are getting, and to thank you for coming on, I'm going to mail you some original Brant Fitzgerald artwork. And that is not
awesome.
good.
He's deliberately going to do his
That's
worst
perfect.
work.
It is not a good thing to have. In fact, it will lower the overall value of any art you have in your home if you let it inside. I'm just letting you know that now.
Excellent.
So we're coming
It's
up towards
tough
the
to mess up a
go
stick
ahead.
figure.
So we're coming up towards the end. I want to say I was not able to get to all of the questions that people asked in the stream, in the chat, and that's pretty normal for us, just because there's a lot, right? You know, and each time I answer a question, I want to answer it really thoroughly. And I end up spending a lot of time doing it. But if you guys want to keep talking to us, come join our Discord. It's discord.gg/undeadlabs. We got a whole community there. We've got lots of different channels for this kind of stuff. We've got a wish list channel in there that I try to monitor whenever I can. So if you've got, suggestions for future features, things like that, please come in there and talk to us. And there's just every other subject you can imagine, off topic, on topic, whatever. We've got a lot going on in there, so please come join our Discord.
Have we mentioned what you do, where you go if you run into a bug?
Yeah, we did earlier, but let's make sure we do it again.
Because that is
Where
the
did I stick
single
that? There
that
it
is
is.
the single
Boing.
best thing you can do to help us help you.
Yeah, so if you're having technical issues, bugs that are making the game hard for you to play, go to support.stateofdecay.com. Talk to Undead Jawa. He's our representative there, and he will advocate for you and try to get your favorite bugs fixed as soon as we possibly can. So go to our Discord, go to support.stateofdecay.com, follow us on Twitter. We're at Undead Labs. We've got an Instagram that's something or other, probably says Undead Labs in it. I don't know. I should probably get a bunch of title cards that show all of these things so I can put them on the screen. That's what I'll do next time.
I'm also pretty sure we should just hire ScarProof to play the game for us.
Just bring him in here for the streams.
Yeah. I think we should just pull that.
Oh, I'd do it.
We should.
I would do it.
I don't doubt that at all.
You know I would.
So we should call some big attention to twitch.tv/ScarProof. This is where you see this guy. He streams State of Decay 2 all the time. He shows up on other people's streams.
Yep.
If you guys really want to learn how to play this game like a pro, go watch this guy. He really knows what he's doing.
Scar is a great supporter of other streamers and a wealth of information about how to play our game. And thank you so much for your support. You, Scar, the people who have learned about State of Decay from you, they typically come and buy it. So keep it up. I'll high five you next time I see you.
Well, I wouldn't be here without you guys.
Oh, and I would also
So,
like to add, Scar, that after our next update, whatever that is, there's an Easter egg for you in the game.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's all. I already
can't
checked
wait.
it in. This is not something I'm putting in after this. It's already in. we just have to wait
That's
for
great.
the
The next
art
time
to,
we release
the
something.
update to work its way through. So
I appreciate it, guys.
hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate everybody in all 3 channels watching us. We wouldn't be here without you. You guys have heard me say this 300 times. I love you. Thank you so much for coming out.
Yep. And so with that, we're going to go. Next week, our plan is to have our producer, Erin Anderson, on here as a guest. You get to know her. She's recently hired at the lab. We really like her. She's working on State of Decay 2, and she'll have a lot to say to you guys. So come join us then. See you later, ScarProof. Thanks for being here with us.
Thanks, Scar.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
And now we're on the end screen, where we will be for 15 seconds talking.
Totally hidden from the public. Nobody can hear this, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh,
no,
well,
no one can
okay.
hear anything we're saying.
So, Scar, I'm really disappointed, man. You didn't put out your best.
Oh, man, he's not answering.
I'm sorry. I'll try harder next time.
We probably got cut off in the middle of that somewhere. So, okay, so I'm actually going to end the stream now. Actually going to